This is a Super Duty F250. It's a purpose-built truck. There's really not a whole lot of things that you want to add into it, but in this video, there's a few things actually that I added onto the truck, and it's all for a purpose. None of them are for aesthetic value. Doesn't improve the look of the truck, or maybe it does. All the stuff that I added on here are accessories that I actually need, and if I need it, maybe some of you guys might need it too. Let's start at the back of the truck. I got this off Amazon. This is the bed cover. There's so many bed covers out there. There are hard tops, soft tops, trifold, but I opted with this because I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it. It velcros on the side, and it is a deterrent. Any soft top you buy, really, whether it's premium or not, it doesn't stop anybody from stealing or cutting and then getting into the bed of your truck. But the purpose of this is to protect through weather inside, because it keeps the inside really dry, and also as a deterrent so nobody can just randomly swing by inside your truck and see what's inside the bed of your truck. It's just a deterrent so they don't get tempted in stealing what's in there. Now it seals properly, and it keeps everything dry. You got trash bags on there. But yeah, see the sides? It keeps everything dry and everything secured, and it latches. Right here you have a pull tab, and the way this works is you just roll it. And there's belts at the end to keep it secured. Anyway, I'm not gonna do it all the way, but you got the idea because it's not something new. Now, the reason why I got that, because I pull a fifth wheel, which leads me to the next thing I add into the truck, which is a fifth wheel hitch. This fifth wheel hitch right here is a little pricey. I got it on an e-trailer, but since this is a short bed, what happens is I pull a lever right here and moves the hitch backwards and forward, and then this can go back, so you can have more clearance on those tighter turns. But to be honest with you, I never had to do that. This truck was able to make tight turns keeping that hitch all the way forward. Obviously when you're driving and you're on the road, you got to keep that hitch all the way forward. The only way that you'll pull it backwards, or the only time you'll pull it backwards, is if you were anticipating to make tight turns backing up in parking lots. But I haven't had to use that feature because for my fifth wheel, it actually clears even on tight turns. I don't know if it's 90 degrees, but close to 90 degrees, and it didn't hit my truck. So that's the second part, or that's the second accessory that I added. Not all of you will need it, but I do. This truck didn't come with the prep package or fifth wheel prep package, so I had to install this myself. Those are the rail mounts for the hitch, and it was a pain to install. It took me a few days. So that's number two, because you gotta go all the way here. Little drilling involved on the bed, but the instructions are very clear. And to close this thing is easy. And those latches right here on each side, make sure it's aligned. Once it's aligned, you just gotta press it and it will snap. Once it snaps, then it's good. Next thing I added was, I don't know if it's a good idea for everybody, but I live in El Paso, so I tinted the front windshield and the front two windows because the backs were already tinted. It's great in the daytime. On the nighttime it's a little dark, but it's not that bad where I can see, and I even wear glasses. And also, this F250 came with a 3-inch hitch, so I had to have a sleeve on there to fit most trailers that I pull, which is my jet ski trailer and also my bike rack. I'm gonna need this. For some of you guys, you might need that as well. Another thing I added is, since I'm pulling a fifth wheel, is this guy right here. That's original from Ford. I installed the one that I get from e-trailer. The problem with that one is sometimes it didn't work. Like the truck would not recognize that there's a trailer plugged into the truck. So I was able to use my Ford Rewards Pass and I added this and it works every time. So this basically is kind of like a splitter. You can still use that one, and by installing that and you install it underneath, this still works as well. So it doesn't lose that functionality. So I'll have both. For a fifth wheel, I'm gonna have to use the inside. For a travel trailer or any other trailer, I'm gonna use this one, and a 4-pin. So you'll have both. All right, let's move on to the next one I added. The back of the truck already has a lot of storage. It's just a little organizer. There's 2 plastic panels. There's one here and there's one there. It gives you a tiny storage right here. And then the other side, it's a shorter version, but you can get that on Amazon. I'll put the links in the description. But I think I got this off of Ford website using my Ford Rewards Pass when I bought the truck. Yeah, this one right here. So I got my tie downs here and a little different accessories that you're probably gonna need on the road. And the next one is this guy right here, but I can't show you this just yet. I gotta go back to the RV park and show you how this works. This is not just for the truck. This is actually a backup camera for the trailer. And what's cool thing about this, if your trailer is already pre-wired with the Furrion system, this is a plug and play. The way this works is a big screen right here. Just gotta plug these 2 together. And you got a cigarette lighter plug. It's gonna find your 12-volt plug. And it's plugged in and it's on. Look at that. As soon as you plug in, it powers up, since the camera on the RV is actually plug and play. All you have to do is remove the cover, plug in, and then it's wireless. See, that's wireless. And then I don't mount it all the time. I mount it right there when I'm traveling, and I got a suction cup right there. So that's the feed that's actually in the back of the RV, which I'll show you in a second. So the way it's mounted in my RV is through there. When you look at the back of your RV before you install this, there's gonna be a cover right there. You just remove it, unscrew it, and once you reach inside, there's gonna be, let me see if I can come closer. There's gonna be a wire that you can kind of fish out of it. There's a hole, and then you just plug this camera and then screw it. It comes with its own base. And then I used a silicone caulking on the outside, so there's no water coming in there, just in case. You don't have to turn on that camera. As soon as you plug it in, it will have power. And it's gonna take a minute to actually send a signal to your receiver that's inside your truck, and once it does, it's good. Now, it's gonna get power once you're plugged in to your truck or to the RV park. It has constant power, so you can actually use that as well as a security camera. Now, you can add another camera up here. This is still, if there's the cover still, it looks like that in the back. You just remove that. It's only screwed in, it's just a cover. I mean, if you want to go crazy with it, since that camera system can do up to, I think, 6 cameras, you can add it here, but I think that's an overkill right here on the side. I don't think I need that. Maybe I'll add one for the front door. That's just for security. I think it's really worth it compared to buying official Furrion product, which is very pricey. That's less than $200, and it's a plug and play. You don't use it, well, at least I don't use it all the time. I use it only when I'm towing or I'm backing up the RV. And sometimes when I'm driving, just to check up the bicycles if they're still on attached. All right, another thing that I added on the truck is this right here. I got this from Walmart. The reason why I got this one, because it has an opening. You can still have access to your camera, your 360 camera, your backup camera, and it secures the bike really well. And these are just Velcroed in, and this bike is pretty light. So I lift it up there and you secured it with this Velcro straps. It does have several pockets here. This has a pocket right here, which I put all bike related stuff right here. And it's very easy to install. You just throw it over the tailgate of the truck. You tighten it and strap it in, that's it. Here's another one that I got. This is a Garmin dash cam. This Garmin dash cam comes with this wire, which I hid up in these panels. Now it does have its own battery. However, one add-on accessory right here from Garmin, which is you plug into your OBD reader and it provides constant power to your dash cam. And I just tucked it in here, all the excess wires. But this right here gives you a different time frame, I believe. You have 10 minutes power to the dash cam, 24 hours, or constant power. So there's a switcher right here. I left it at constant power, so when the truck is parked, it's still recording. So it does detect movement in the front of the truck or any motion. The reason why I got that long time ago, I had my wife's car and it was just parked and somebody hit it and we paid deductible for it to get fixed, but we never really knew what happened. Ideally, you want one in the back as well, and hopefully the dash cam would get the plate numbers so you don't have to pay the deductible yourself and charge the insurance to whoever hit your car. Comes with an app as well, so you can download footage. It has some cool features, time lapse, all that stuff, but I don't need it. I only use it for security purposes. The last accessory I added in this truck, not all of you would need it if you have a higher trim level. This is a base model, so I'm gonna need it. I wish it came with it because this accessory is so cheap. Ford should just add it, but you can get this in Amazon. For me to be able to show it, I gotta remove the bike first. Good day, I got a very, very light bike. So if you don't have this, as soon as you open this tailgate, it's gonna slam down. So this is just a dampener to make it softer when you open it, so it's not gonna slam on you. It's a really easy install. It takes about 20 minutes. You're just adding this right here. This is a DZ, it's a tailgate assist. Like I said, this should be standard, man. This is like $30. Ford could have just added it. But when you do install it, you have to remove the bottle opener that looks like this. Because if you don't remove it, it's not going to be able to close. These are all accessories that I needed for my use case scenario for my truck. You'll probably find some of these items that you're probably going to need as well. I'll put all the links in the description below so you can check it out.